Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Road to 1000 Hour series. This is progress vid number 15 and I hope you enjoy. I knew I wanted this progress vid to be at least 10 minutes long. The main reason is because I noticed that my last couple of progress videos got over 400 views combined, and those progress vids were only 7 to 8 minutes long. So I just wanted to show you guys my appreciation today by bringing you guys another progress vid, but one that is also over 10 minutes long. With all of that said though, let's get right into it. I grinded pretty hard this past week, at least I think I did. I got a cooking level of 63 as you already saw, and a fishing level of 61. We should be caught up with the progress vid now though, hopefully. If we are, you guys should see me get an 89 combat thanks to 70 attack and strength. For those who are new to the series or just haven't been following as much, I mentioned in one of my previous progress vids that I wanted to get 90 combat for this month as a short-term goal. And guess what? I got it. We are now 90 combat in game. Another short-term goal of mine completed. I believe I only have one short-term goal left, and that is 50 crafting, which I do plan on completing in my next progress vid for sure. I spent another 15 to 20 hours I think at flesh crawlers and zombies. Because of that, I managed to loot myself even more uncut rubies and a couple uncut diamonds too. I brought 13 ruby rings to Murky Matt this time at the GE. It was the most ruby rings I ever brought to him to enchant. I almost didn't want to enchant these rings because I knew what it meant. It meant a possible long grind of smithing. In other words, I really wasn't looking forward to training my smithing this time. But I knew I had to get it done if I'm going to get 71 smithing one day. Because I had over 200 charges that I could use towards the Barbarian Village teleport using my Skull Scepter, I decided on the Furnace in Edgeville versus Felidor. If I chose to use the Furnace in Felidor, it meant possibly using more Law Runes, and I only had over 100 Law Runes to start with, so it just made more sense to use the Skull Scepter for the Barbarian Village teleport and then walk or run towards Edgeville and use the Furnace there. This method of training was actually not too bad at all. I found myself AFKing a little, but the way I found it to be AFKable was whenever I would walk towards Edgeville, I wouldn't even look at the screen. I just had my mouse hovering over the minimap as I was walking towards Edgeville. And when I was smelting my iron ores into bars, I did some AFKing there too. I honestly don't know how long it took me to finish my smithing grind, but I can tell you one thing for sure, I'm never doing this again. If I'm going to use ruby rings towards smithing again, my limit is definitely going to be 6 ruby rings. 13 was just a little too much for me. But at least I got the grind finished, and I got a couple more smithing levels out of it too, and mining levels. Getting 60 smithing in game was such an awesome feeling. And like the thumbnail shows, I can now smith myself a dragon square shield in game if I was a P2P player though, that is. I think this is where I run out of Law Runes, and as you can see, I still have 5 rings of forgings, I believe, to use. 4 in my inventory and 1 in my ring slot. I knew it was time to go kill something though for Law Runes. I was debating on Moss Giants, but I've been there in my last progress vid, so I decided on going to Ankus. But before I went to Ankus, I felt like it was time to put some more money into the coffer. I decided on depositing myself a good 300k at first, but then I added another 20k to make it 400k total. I'm almost halfway to 1 mil, which to me is pretty cool. I didn't expect myself to make this amount of money yet for my F2P UIM. Oh, and before I forget, whenever you come to deposit your funds into the coffer, definitely come check out the pool of refreshment. This recharges your run energy back to 100%. I'm only finding out about this now, and I just wanted to share with you guys for those F2P UIM accounts especially who are out there and are just beginning on their progress. The last time I was at Ankus, I believe I was between level 75 and level 80. It was so weird coming back here because the level 75 Ankus just look like noobs now compared to me. But I shouldn't be talking too much because the Ankus did hit me quite a bit here. And because I suck at prayer flicking, I had to eat all my food before I could start safe spotting them. I spent a good 1.5 hours here and managed to loot around 40 law runes, which to me was enough to finish my smithing grind. I think this is my last mining level that I get. My mining level is now sitting at 63 in game, but you guys knew that already. And there's my last ring of forging like the chat says. Like I said earlier, I'm definitely not doing this again. If I am going to use ruby rings towards my smithing, my limit is going to be 6 ruby rings. I feel that I can handle that no problem. But anything more than that, I'm just going to say nope. This was probably the hardest grind I've done so far on my F2P UIM account. I can't even imagine how my prayer level grind is going to go now. Which, by the way, guys, is going to happen soon and will probably be in my next progress vid. I knew that my last ring of forging was going to get me close to 61 smithing, so I decided to get this last level by using the noted mithril ores that I managed to loot from the Ankus. This idea just came to me as I went to mine coal at the barbarian village. I had over 140 nature runes in my inventory, so I thought to myself, maybe I should just use the superheat item, the spell, superheat spell, to myth my, oh my god. So I decided, what am I trying to say here now? So I thought to myself, maybe I should just superheat my mithril bars, is what I'm trying to say. So I did that versus going to a furnace in game. I saved some time doing this. I also found this method to be very convenient and efficient too. So for those F2P UIM accounts, if you are ever wondering how to go by smelting mithril bars, get yourself some nature runes, use that superheat item spell for your mithril bars or ores, and then make your mithril bars that way. With the mithril bars that I have though, I made mithril square shields and then high out them for GP. I raised my cash stack from 37k to 55k, which to me was pretty decent. I do want to raise my cash stack even more. I feel like I'm motivated to do just that. Since I'm now almost halfway to 1 mil, I could see myself achieving this maybe in a month. Once I get 1 mil though, I'm probably just going to keep going from there and get 2 mil and so on. I don't really see myself spending this money on much. Maybe I'll buy some arrows, maybe I'll buy some runes. But because this progress video is coming to an end, I do want to say thank you to everyone who is still following me on this journey. And I know I keep saying that, but I am really thankful. That's why I keep saying it. You have all been awesome, really. And I'm just glad you guys are enjoying the series. I'm now sitting at 342 hours, almost halfway to the 400 hour mark. It's so crazy to see how far I've come on this account and with the series. And yeah, you guys are the reason why I keep going. Anyways, you all take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.